Yo, yo, yo. Hello, Rosebuds. This is your girl, Kimberly Ann. I am back with another video. Today was a pretty good day when I got my toes done and all that good stuff. And then I got hit with a surprise. It was a delay in my progress, y'all. So I'm making this video to encourage anyone who may be like me, was making full strides, doing good, and you get hit with a surprise. I just want you to know, because someone just said this to me, baby, that is God's way of letting you know you are on the right path. When the pressure gets the greatest, you are about to have a breakthrough. You are about to have a breakthrough. And I feel a lot of pressure right now. My move is delayed. Like, I had reordered a credit card that I paid off, got the card, and then turned around and lost it. What? Insane. Insane. So I don't know who may be going through any type of pressures right now. You may have thought you had it all figured out, had it all together, and then boom, something just came through and kind of knocked you off your high horse. I hope in this video you kind of learn some of the techniques that I use to just kind of keep myself going when things kind of just go a little bit out of whack or out of place, or maybe they're not, the doing ain't doing. Oh, and by the way, sorry. If this is your first time seeing my face, my name is Kimberly Ann. I create content for women all around the world. I have 3 daughters and 4 nieces. I have suffered from a lot of, I shouldn't say a lot of childhood trauma, but enough childhood trauma that I find myself had to heal from it. Starting in 2019, I started my spiritual healing journey, and I am still on it. Like, I'm learning something new all the time. And I love it, actually. At first, I hated it. It was horrible. It was very ugly. Now, I really love it. And I'm seeing through the cycles of healing how spirit prepares you for the peaks and valleys. And you learn how to get through those peaks and valleys without losing your shit. That's the best way I can put it. So, yeah, if you look in my bio, check out my online school, the Rose Garden University. The link is below. I also released a self-help journaling ebook that is available on Amazon.com in paperback as well as on Kindle if you have the Kindle. And yeah, stay tuned. A lot more is coming through from, on this channel, I hope. Trying to create a cool little community. I specialize in helping women and some men too, but mostly women, because I didn't really have like the greatest of guide, but I specialize in healing childhood wounds, to help you blossom into your best self. That's why I call it the Rose Garden. All of us need help blossoming. All of us need to water. All of us need to be watered. Okay. And that is where I come in at. And I hope I help you like I've helped several women already. My online school is fairly new. I have a few members, which is super exciting. To go from 0 to none is like, I'm 0 to none. 0 to a few, about five, I think about 5 members in there. It's super exciting, because you never expect for anyone to actually join. But people did, so that's super cool. But yeah, the message today is when the pressure get the greatest, that is when you need to apply pressure as well. And when I say apply pressure as well, apply pressure to manifesting, to scripting, to believing in the unknown. Just because your external reality is hitting you with daggers left and right, that doesn't mean your desires of your heart are not happening. Look at the brighter side. Look at what good things are happening in your life and focus on that, because in the universe will keep giving you that. So I'm not going to really tell too much of my business, but um, I can tell you some things that have happened in the past and how it's different right now in this situation, because here I am again trying to move and I got blocked. Like, literally all I was waiting for was for the lady to call me and tell me I'm approved. That's it. That's all I was waiting for. I had the money already in my bank. everything. Like there was absolutely nothing holding me back. And then I ended up getting a notice in the mail today. So I had to put it on hold because I have to take care of that. Back in the past, before having each one of my kids, I had made a decision to move. And each time I ended up changing my mind to move, which that's the difference between then and now. Like this time I was dead set. I wouldn't let nothing stop me. I'm out. But in the past, I changed my mind 3 times, and each time I ran into one of my children's fathers and I got pregnant with another kid. Less likely for me to move. Okay? This time I was dead set. I wouldn't let nothing stop me. I was like, I'm out of here. Found a place. Like, if you see my house, we got nothing but boxes everywhere right now. Nothing but boxes. My little storage closet is all back boxed up. I'm like, I'm moving. I still feel like I'm moving despite this minor delay that I'm having right now. And I truly feel like this delay is more so a redirection to get me to an easier path. And many of you may be going through something like that where you've had a minor delay, and some folks may not take a minor delay so well. And you got to really look at the bright side. What if you had have went down that path, obtained what you wanted, and this kind of a roadblock came through, and you would have had to fumble the entire path? And that's how I look at my minor delay today. It came through as a minor roadblock because I can have it situated out the way altogether within 6 months. Okay. Um, so it's just a minor delay. And not to mention, the house I was going to, I did have some reserves for, but I was so gun ho on wanting to be in a new space. I was like, I'll make it work. And I truly feel like the message here from Spirit is do not fucking settle. You know what you want, stand on it. If you don't, we're going to stop you from moving every single time, because that's not what we want for you. We don't want you to be like, okay, well, this will work. We'll just make this change and make that change and da 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 da. No, don't do that. Don't do that. They want you to stand on business. And I've noticed that every time I've changed my mind or I've settled, my path gets adjusted. Every single time. If I lose faith in what it is that I truly, truly wanted, something goes eerily array. Now, this was pretty minor. And I thank God because that how this one came through, because I actually rejected the old timeline, which typically I would end up pregnant. And my youngest child's father he wanted me to have a baby so bad, and I kept rejecting the man. So I'm not pregnant. That's a key change here. And I got to be thankful for it. I thank God for that, because every single time I made up my mind not to move, I wound it up with a baby. This time, I'm not winding up with a baby. I just have a minor little setback, 6 months, and then I can possibly make a pretty good move. And actually, this little setback actually is going to be a win-win for me, because it's going to actually raise a few things for me and clear out a lot of karmic debt that runs in my family anyway. So, and I get to learn from it. So it works. So I don't know what many of you may be going through. I don't know if maybe you feel like you just keep being blocked. You got to start looking at the bright side as to what's really going on. Because I'm going to be real. The fact that I'm not moving, I'm going to be real. I'm a little bit relieved, because I kind of got it made where I am. I do. I do. It's easy to maintain here. The rent is pretty good. The only thing, I just need a little more space. That's the only thing that I just need a little space. So I was gonna arrange the new house with my kids in a certain way, where my 2 youngest ones share the biggest room, and then my oldest baby had her own. I'm gonna do that here. Flip it around. My 2 youngest ones will share the really big ass room we got upstairs, that my 2 oldest were sharing together, and then my oldest will take my baby's room, which was her nursery. Um, and we'll work it out that way. So I'm okay. I'm not mad. I was mad at first. Like I was just like, what the really? And not to mention, I'm in the middle of a fast. I've been called by God to do a 3-day fast. So I'm day 2, and I literally got the news dead smack in the middle, like on the hour. I got the news dead smack. I said, "Oh, wow." I said, "Spirit must be really like clearing. Spirit is really clearing stuff out. That's what Spirit is doing. Spirit wanted me to clear myself out. Spirit is making me clear out finances, friends, spaces that were cluttered, because I literally have been clearing my house out. Like I've been giving away stuff left and right. I've visited the Salvation Army twice this year with a trunk full of stuff. So Spirit is literally making me empty my containers. And it just so happened that this one particular container, I thought I was all right. And he said, no, we revealing everything that's hidden. So God is going to, 11:11, as I said that, God is revealing stuff for you that you may have ignored. And he's making you face it head on. That's what I'm definitely going through. So I don't know who this message, if who needed to hear this message, but I hope my testimony helps you. Listen, if you got things you've been ignoring, brushing under the rug, pushing off, running from, baby, you need to stop and handle it. Because if you don't, God makes you handle it. Like you don't have a choice. That situation that popped off on me today, I thought I had really like done with that. You dig what I'm saying? And it popped up like a whole sudden surprise. I was a little pissed it popped up in the middle of my fast, and I made a vow to myself, like, I'm not going to break my fast. Like, I'm going to continue my fast. I'm going to finish my fast. My fast finished tomorrow at midnight. So I have a little over one more day now. Um, and I said, I'm going to finish strong. And I always try, which this may be a tip for some of you, because this is what helped me, especially when I passed my teas test. Do some mirror work. I know people are tired of hearing that, and the cliche is the mirror work shit, but mirror work freaking works. I can tell you that right now. Before I took my teas test, I had sat in my mirror the night before, and I told myself, hey, babe, you're already an RN. You've already passed this test. How'd you do it? I literally talked to myself like that and asked myself, how did you do it? Because you're already an RN. You did it already. You've graduated. You're done. You've passed the NCLEX. You're done. So how did you do it? How did you pass that test you're taking tomorrow? So now I get to channel another version of myself, and which I actually kind of already channeled her earlier today, but now I'm gonna really sit down at my desk and do the same amount of mirror work that I did before that tease test on myself to see how I got over this little speed bump that I'm in right now, because it it's like I'm not, like I'm a part of me, the old me, I guess you can say, keeps trying to break through, and she wants to be like, oh, this is some bull. But the new me is like, no, this is good, because instead of being blocked by a baby, no, we're blocked by just a minor setback, a few, handle this, handle that, and it's done. Instead, baby, shit, 9 months, give birth, and still dealing with the little niggas. Like, no offense, kids, love y'all, but so this is good. Like I've passed several tests, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm in the middle of a fast, and God is revealing my greatest wound, I guess you could say. And know thyself, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know thyself from every angle. You can't hide any parts of yourself from God. So, when you are going through those moments when you're purging and you're clearing out and you're making space for that life that you desire, every part of you is going to be opened. Because if you don't, it's going to manifest itself in the worst way possible. I can only say that because being someone that was once married, a lot of my flaws came out in that marriage. It did. And a lot of his flaws came out too. We were both two unhealed people trying to become whole together, and it didn't work out. It didn't work out. And I know what I want this go round, because y'all know I'm still dating. I'm dating for marriage. And y'all know, like, I'm trying to do it the right way this time because I want my kids to experience a healthy relationship. And in order for them to experience a healthy relationship, they have to have a healthy and whole mom. I need to be whole in every area of my life, my spirituality, my finances, um, my health. Like, I know that's another one I'm going to have to end up dealing with because clearly they going on around my chart right now. Going around my chart. Like, but I don't think my health is that bad. I made a lot of changes in my health 4 years ago, and I'm still like kind of, filtering out a lot of stuff. So I don't think I'm going to hit that transit that hard. Put it that way. I may have just like no, I don't think I'm gonna have a bump either. Yeah, I don't even think I'm gonna have a minor bump either because, like I said, I've done a lot of work as far as my health already. But this one little thing that happened today, I know for a fact because I was trying to spiritually bypass. I know that the divine is making me handle that house in my chart, and that's okay. And that's okay. Also, if anyone would like a chart reading from me during a coaching session, or if you want like a specialized coaching session where I do access your chart and kind of give you where you can unblock yourself. Because, like I said, I specialize in um, helping you to heal childhood wounds. Our childhood wounds are our major blocks. Like, what I dealt with today definitely was a childhood wound. One, because I watched my parents as a couple go through a lot of this crap. So now here I am coming up on it, and now I get to find a different way to handle it. Because my mom so likes to say to me, she's like, oh, yeah, girl, I'm dealing with that right now, too. Like it was normal. And I'm like, this shit is not normal. This is not normal. It's not normal. Excuse me. Oh, my goodness. Look, that was a spiritual burp right there. God, he was saying, like, absolutely it's not normal. Thank you. But yeah, so I'm not gonna make this too long. I'm gonna go ahead and dead this right now. Hit subscribe, give me a like, ring my bell so you know when I post. Stay tuned. More is coming. Make sure you tap into the Rose Garden University over on school. Link is in the bio in the description box below. Make sure you also go to my Amazon store. Get the workbook slash self help journal. I promise you, it will change your freaking life because it changed mine. It changed mine. I'm not gonna lie to you. Everything that's in that journal is exactly what the hell I did to get me to where I am today. Where I am very much more comfortable than I was when I left my ex-husband in 2019. So like this little bump in the road, it really is like I'm like, it really might it's not that bad for real. It's not that because it could be worse, I'm sure, but it's not. Like, not to mention, I have I constantly am manifesting more and greater and to do better. So this is just revealing to me an area of my life that needs to be better. So if you guys are going through anything in your life that you need help with, you want to get help working with, hit me up. My cell and my email is in the description below. Like I said, or you can tap in the school. If you're not ready for that personalized thing, the school is $10 a month. You get 7 days free first. If you tap in, if you don't like it, then you tap back out. Okay. It'll go up to $20 starting in September. Okay. But yeah, I love you guys for the moon and back rosebuds. It was so good talking to y'all today. I love y'all. Bye.